Good morning, YouTube family, friends, and community. Thank you guys for joining me over here on my YouTube channel, Synchronistic Life Tarot. I'm going to be testing out new content to see if you guys like this advice that I'm giving you guys. It's some toxic dating advice. Everything about me is untraditional. I'm like the full card in the tarot, taking leaps of faith and just going my own path and direction. And that's kind of the position I'm at now with this channel. Just releasing new content, seeing what you guys like, and trying to keep it consistent as possible for the most part. Tarot is fine, it's okay, but I'm very versatile. I have a lot of different things that I do and that I like to do, so I want to start to incorporate that into my channel so that I can have more content available to you guys. All right, now if any of this resonates with you, do like, share, and subscribe. This advice here is not for the weak-minded, so if anybody if you're trying to do these tactics on someone who is very strong-minded, it's probably not going to work. If you're a weak-minded person, you may not be able to pull this off if you're trying to do it on somebody you care about, because you got to be a bit aloof and cold to be able to pull some of this stuff off. So here we're talking about give him pain to get him addicted to you. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Sitting here in my robe, wrapped up fully, exercise gear on under here, just a bit chilly, so I got my robe on while I do this for you guys. So go over my spread here. I did me a PowerPoint spread, like, you know, my OCD won't let me stay focused without cues and stuff like that to keep me going. So give him pain, sis, to get him addicted to you, period. Flip the script on him and become his obsession so you can stop running after his ass. Okay, now you ask yourself, gee, Stardust, how do I do that? How you do that is by stirring up fear and anxiety in your man, your person. Right? Here's my disclaimer. These steps are dark psychological tactics, so be careful how you use this information, and most importantly, be careful who you use it on. Domestic violence is real, so always make sure that you are being safe and mindful, so that some people's mental health can't take intense emotions, and therefore we have tragedies, you know, in some parts of the world. Please do like, share, and subscribe. These tactics will not work on narcissists. Narcissists are a whole different type of human. Please don't waste your time with them for the most part, and you should only use this on someone that you really like or that you have at least dated for a couple of months. If you do this properly, your man will become obsessed with you. All right? Now, first, I want to introduce you guys to comfort. Comfort. First of all, you want to make a genuine connection with your person. Be very gentle, nice, and kind to him. Men love that. Be vulnerable with him about what you've been through. Men fall hard for you when they feel a need to rescue you, to save you, to be your peace, to protect you, because deep down inside, he needs those same things from you. So even if you have to make up a fucked up history or past, if you got to lie about it to get those emotions stirred up in this guy, go ahead, sis, that's you. Tell him later on, you know, when you're comfortable, when you get the ring or something like that, or don't tell him at all. All right. And all that matters is that you activate and trigger his hero instincts. Okay. Now, you must mirror all his needs back to him. He needs to see in you what is already inside of him, that his masculinity won't allow him to publicly display. And this is the start of him emotionally becoming addicted to you. Also, mirror their hopes back to them. So you are becoming his mirror. Make sure he likes you. This will not work if he is not into you. Now, once you have his comfort and understand each other's fears, you share your stories, you go back and forth, you create peace and a calm and tranquil environment just out of the blue, randomly. When things are going good, you don't want to do this when things are going bad, because then he'll think it's games. He'll tap into that energy. You want to do this when nothing is going on, everything is going good, everything is peachy, right? Then you inflict the pain. Okay, what does this look like? Oh my, give me a minute, I lost my. There we go. Now here comes the dark toxic shit that we should not be doing, but I'm a firm believer that all is fair in love and war. So to give your man some pain, you have to keep him on his toes, says period. Create some fear and anxiety in his ass. Just randomly mention some shit that is totally the opposite of your man. Like how big and buff the new trainer down at the gym is, and how you love going in, just watching him, like hoping he comes over to help you so you can get close to those big nice muscles, especially if your man is a smaller man. If he's skinny and not too built up and muscular, now you may think, oh man, I'm gonna run him off. Like, he ain't gonna want me. Who does that? Well, what this does, it activates him subconsciously, gives him subconscious cues of what you like, what you want. So then when you're not around him or in his presence, he begins to possibly maybe look up big buff guys, or maybe he's going to the gym more, maybe he's beefing it up, because all he's thinking about when he's hitting those weights, when he's on that treadmill, is how you really like Will Smith's muscles. If, for instance, you mentioned something about Will Smith, let's just say, and he Googles Will Smith and he wants to try to work on certain parts of him so he can appear more pleasing to you. You know, that's what guys do. So let's randomly mention some shit. And, you know, if be very brief with it when you mention it. You know, bring it up, but change the subject really, really fast, so he doesn't think that you, or pick up on the energy that you're purposely doing it, right? Excuse me, guys. Woo. Bitcoin. I'm losing money. So, what do we have here next for you guys? Yep, once he is no longer around you, you know, now all that's on his mind is what he can do to get that reaction out of you. All he's going to be thinking about when he's at the gym is the look on your face when you mention Will Smith or that new trainer guy, how hot he was. He's going to put in the work more than usually because he has to win your admiration. This works with any topic as long as you create fear and anxiety, but don't overdo this and stay on the topic. Just very briefly, just mention it and change the subject. Mention it, make sure you make eye contact, and change the subject. It's going to be very awkward. It's going to feel very weird, but those awkward and weird moments are needed in relationships because they create change, and change creates the space for opportunity for growth. And later on, when you guys are not together, you're thinking about it, you're reflecting on it, and that's actually how men fall in love. Men fall in love with you in your absence, not your presence. They fall in love with the thoughts and memories, going back over things, looking at your pictures, things like that. So your man is going to fall in love with you when you're not around him, when he's away from you, when he's missing you. As to us women, we fall in love with what's right there in front of us. We want to be touched, we want to be felt. That's how we fall in love, but men operate totally different. Okay, so you know, next slide. Pain. We're giving him more pain. So you criticize him to stir his emotions. Men fall in love when you give them a mix of emotions, but pain is very vital to that process happening successfully for you. So criticize him about something that he lacks or may need to work on. That is the deer in the headlights moment in the relationship period. And this is the start of him beginning to get emotionally addicted to you. Make him feel that he is not living in his full potential. Bring up his dreams that he's lost touch with. Bring up things that he's, maybe a book he started and didn't write on. It's like, you know, you're not living your potential. I just really can't tolerate this. You're not really following through on things anymore. I don't think this is for me. And, you know, it's going to start fear. It's going to create anxiety in him. He's going to feel that maybe he's potentially losing you. And you got him working on himself in areas of his life that he may have even put on the back burner or possibly on hold because he's going to want to impress you and become more appealing to you, right? It's just like, let's say you're at a basketball game. Let's say LeBron James, for instance, is so used to being praised all over the world for his awesome basketball skills, and he's at a game. But if he gets this one skeptic, it's, oh, you know, you ain't got game. You can't hoop. What's the big deal about it? I don't know why everybody's fussing about you, and they may talk about his free throws or whatever. Now, out of all the people in the world that admire LeBron James, he's not thinking about all these loving, caring fans. He's thinking about impressing that one person, that one skeptic, right, that criticized him. That's all he thinks about when he's practicing, when he's shooting those hoops. He got this person on their mind. That's a subconscious seed that has been planted by that person. That's what you're doing with your person when you do these things, when you use these tactics on them, and they're very dark. So do be careful because, you know, this don't sit too well with people that's, you know, a little emotionally off. So, and make sure it's something real to him. Make sure you're criticizing him about something that's real to him and about something that he lacks. And don't be afraid to do it. This is how you're going to get him to fall in love with you. When you're afraid, when you put too much energy and emotion in, when you're too needy, men feel that emotionally, energetically, and it repels them. He pushes away from you. So this is the type of stuff that you need to do to attract your man, to bring him towards you. Right? And it works with anything. You can bring up anything. You probably don't really want to too much mention a guy that's richer or that has a better car, depending on his financial status or where he is in life or what he has going for himself. That could be a possible deal breaker, but maybe not so much. It just depends on you and what you think your man or your person can or cannot tolerate. But I do recommend you keeping it, you know, on a kind of minute scale, because you don't want to do too much and run this person off or make them think that it's something that they have to worry about or fear in you, because, you know, it can have the reverse effect on you. So now, after you've created this fear and anxiety in him, after you got him all comfortable and, you know, created this fear and anxiety in your person, now it's time to reward him, because you've given him pain now. So now you want to reward him. So the next time you're with him, or the next few times you're with him, when you know that he's been working on himself, you want to bring a reward into the situation to win your man back over. This is drawing him back in emotionally, right? This is pulling him back in. This is resetting, recalibrating the relationship to get rid of all that uncomfortable energy. Because when you're away from your person, when you're missing your person, the nostalgia of missing them, of wanting them, is going to make all the bad memories and the bad situations that you've had with them just fade out. They just fizzle out. The thing about humans is that that's how we're programmed. That's how we work. When you love a person, when you really like a person, you know, the good always outweighs the bad. No matter if the bad is really taking over the relationship or situation, you're just always going to think about the good things and the good times you've had with your person when you're not with them. Okay? Now, in the reward process, you want to be sure not to revisit the topics that brought the discomfort. Sit with him and go back to being very loving, and offer him solutions to work on his insecurities. Give him some quality time and lots of attention in this phase, right? He will be like a pet welcoming you home from a long day of work all over you. This works because everyone has self-doubt. Don't be fooled by the image they project to others. This works because everyone has self-doubt. Bring out his inner doubt. Trust me, it's there. Because before a man can truly love you, he must check with himself to see if there is a need for you. So mirror their needs and hopes back to them. If done properly, he will become emotionally addicted to you. And his want for you will legit become a need. And in turn, sis, you will have your man wrapped around your finger, pulling his strings like a puppet. Like, share, subscribe if y'all like this content and these kind of videos. Do continue to come back and visit my channel. Leave me comments down in the comment section and let me know if you want me to keep making videos like this and releasing these kind of videos, because it gets me going. It pumps my juices, and I just really like this shit. It's fucking dope. Take care. Love you guys. And you have a nice day. Namaste. Namaste.